Olivia, and we talk some shit.
We talk some shit. So welcome to Syd and Olivia Talk Shit, everybody.
Welcome to our horniest episode.
Oh, guys, if you've never been horny before.
If you've never had a big, hard pee-pee.
Here's the episode to do
or
it.
Or a dripping wet
pee-pee.
Pee-pee. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, this is going to be our horniest,
sexiest sexual episode
ever.
You know what that means.
What does it mean?
Dad.
Stop watching.
It's time to stop.
It's time for our
watching.
dads to stop watching.
Time for all of our parents and our parents' friends to put this away.
Skip this one, my guy.
And never listen to it again.
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
If you're not a direct blood relative of one of us or one of our parents' good friends,
welcome. And if you're under 18, goodbye. Olivia, have you ever had sex?
No, have you?
Nope.
All right, well, that's the end of the episode, everybody.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, this is going to be really interesting because I feel, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just feel weird about talking about sex.
Yeah, well, I think that here's the thing. We live in a world where it's all about sex.
Yeah, people talk about it all the time.
But then you're like, wait, where's my own, line for that? Where's my, what do I want to talk about? What do I not want to talk about?
And I think, especially in, recent years, it's encouraged to be very open and that's awesome and great.
Love that.
Because of the amount that I hear people around our age talk about sex and all the crazy sex and awesome sex they've had, it makes me go, and I feel like I've talked to friends about this too, where they feel the same way. It makes you go like, oh, well, what if I'm not as good and maybe don't know as much?
Yeah.
Because everyone else seems like experts.
What's so funny is that, the people I know who I've known through my life who were the most I talk about sex. This is all my sex. I have the craziest fucking sex. They ended up, I found out later, being the people who had really only, ever had sex with, one person or, had never had sex.
And that's totally fine,
That's all good, too. But it's a good thing to realize of, oh, okay, it's not just, sometimes people will love to talk about something because it's new to them.
Right.
And sometimes people will have a lot of sex and love to talk about sex.
And that's fine too.
And you know what? We're going to be really big proponents of no type of shaming.
Yeah, I think honestly,
I'm done with vanilla shaming.
I'm done with every type of shaming.
Yeah.
I literally think if your favorite type of sex is to consensually go into a bathtub with someone and poopy on each other, absolutely go for it. And if your favorite type of sex is to consensually lay down on a bed and stare at the sky doing nothing, hell yeah.
You do absolutely whatever is good for you, because we used to live in a world where it was kink shaming's a big thing. And if you're kinky or if you have anything weird that you that's bad and evil and scary. And then there was a whole sexual revolution, new wave of sexual revolution. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like it's almost gone the opposite, where people are like, you haven't had group anal in the poopy bathtub? Well, you suck. And it's no one sucks unless they don't respect consent. I feel those people suck.
As long as everything is consensual, I'm gonna slap a hard on whatever you want.
Slap a hard sure.
And just a note to anyone that you're allowed to have whatever kind of sex you want with whoever you want, as long as everyone's yay.
As long as everyone's of age and not animals.
Now, animals.
Right, because you said anyone.
Now, speaking of animals, animals have really weird sex.
They do. Now, when did you get the birds and the bees talk?
So I don't even know if I ever had it.
I have a very specific memory.
Tell me.
First, what did you think? Where did you think babies came from before you knew what sex was?
I used to think that a parent, whichever one is chosen, walks into a bedroom and kneels on the ground and prays to God.
Wow.
And asks God, excuse me, sir or madam, can I have a baby? And then they leave the room and the deed is done.
I truly thought it was a manifestation. Because my parents would always be when a mommy and a daddy, which now we know it can be a daddy and a daddy or a mommy and a mommy, but they used to say when a mommy and a daddy love each other a lot, then they can have a baby. And I was like, so they just fucking put it out there in the universe so hard with that energy, and they're like, I'm manifesting this shit, and then it happens. I truly thought that was what it was. And then one day my mom, when I was in 3rd grade, she was like, do you know what sex is? And I was like, you mean gender? Once again, that's not true. They're very different things. Very different things. But I was in 3rd grade.
Right.
And she was like, boys have their sex organs in their peepees.
Oh.
And girls, we have a hole, which I didn't even know I had a...
You didn't know you had a hole?
I didn't know I had a hole till then, probably. And I was still skeptical. I was like, I don't know if I do.
I think it's just skin.
Yeah, I was like, because I'm like doing other shit. I'm a kid. I'm not worried about any of that.
Right.
And she was like, and we have, girls have this. And before she could say anything else, I, as a third grader, said, stop. I understand what you're saying. We're done.
Oh, interesting. And did you understand?
Yeah, I put 2 and 2 together, and I heard the body parts, and I went, okay, I don't want to know that. All right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was good.
No, I didn't know.
But the birds and the bees it's a weird thing to call it, because birds and bees have sex really weird.
And I would say birds and bees aren't even the sexiest animals.
Oh my God, no. It should be like the panther.
The panther and the meerkat.
Yeah.
Meerkat hot?
Yeah.
Is a meerkat hot?
I mean, a meerkat's hot if you're into like Twinkie vibes.
All right.
If you're into
then
like
sign me
up. Do you want to go through how some animals have sex?
Yeah, I think we should.
We're gonna do a segment where we look at a bunch of animals and how they have sex, and then we rate them and decide which one we feel the most relatable to.
And I think you might be asking, why would you do this? And the answer is, I don't fucking know why we're doing this.
That's why.
I don't know why we're doing this. But we are.
Here we go. All right. Well, you want to go first because you've got bees.
I do have bees. I have bees. Now, so the song and the phrase goes that birds do it, bees do it, and
even fucking trees do it.
Even fucking trees do
I'll
it.
do it. Let's do it now. That's the song.
You would expect it to be sexy since it's in a song.
Yeah.
But it's not sexy
It's not sexy at all. It's actually the least sexy thing you've ever heard.
So sex for a bee is very unpleasant. They don't tell you this in a bee movie. In fact, it is a veritable kamikaze mission. When the virgin queen bee is sexually mature, after having been fed a kind of nutritious goo by her servants.
No.
She will handpick a dozen or so bees from the hundreds to serve as her suitors.
Okay.
And here's where it gets unpleasant, says the website. While mating, the male's genitals will explode inside of her, securing his paternity. Now, that just sounds like regular sex to me.
Yeah.
Himself literally lodged inside of her as he is effectively killed in the process. The term getting lucky holds no meaning here. Okay, website.
I'll say that's a 7 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay, so together it's a 10 out of 10.
Together it's a 10 out of 10. I don't love the idea of death by being a sex servant. Right. Not my favorite.
I love it at a 7. So
okay.
We're going to talk about the birds now.
Okay.
Male ducks not only have corkscrew penises.
No.
That can reach 20 centimeters. And just because I'm a dumb American, I did the conversion. That is 7.87 inches.
That's too big.
That's that's like the size of a duck.
That's the size of a human peepee.
That's the size of some feet.
That's the size of a human peepee, right?
Oh, yeah. I think the average male
peepee is invisible?
Is invisible. It's inside out.
Okay.
Male ducks not only have corkscrew penises that can reach 7.87 inches.
Okay.
But they also grow new penises every year.
Huh.
So try that on for size.
Do they keep the old ones?
No, they chuck them and they get new ones, I
think.
Female ducks have long, twisted vaginas that have numbers of spirals. However...
Sorry, did you say that are mothers of spirals?
They have numbers of spirals.
Got it.
But the female duck vagina also has some dead-end pockets that they can engage if they do not want to be fertilized by the male duck.
If you thought a woman's vagina was complicated, wait till you get a load of a woman duck's vagina.
Yeah, I'll give that a 10 out of 10.
I'm going to give it an 11 out of 10 because it has pockets.
Okay, what's next?
I love anything with pockets, including a duck vagina.
Dresses, duck vaginas.
Dresses, rompers, duck vaginas. I would love to talk to you really quickly about panda bears.
Okay.
Now, this is an interesting one because most animals don't really enjoy sex. It's not like a fun thing for them. Yeah. But I kind of feel like pandas are pretty kinky.
Okay.
Because panda porn exists.
For who?
For pandas.
Thank God.
It is often seminal to a panda couple's sex life and their species as a whole. As pandas are endangered, their procreation in captivity is essential for their species to repopulate. And as they often show little interest in sex without any kind of prior stimulation, panda porn was necessarily implemented in a research facility in China which has shown great success. So
Yeah, 13 out of 10.
pandas are watching panda porn.
I mean, that's my favorite one so far.
I love the idea of a panda bear getting stuck in a big tree.
Yeah, step panda.
Step panda, my step
This is
panda
my
son
step panda.
is getting stuck in a big panda tree, and now we gotta fuck it out.
Okay, so here's one.
Yeah.
Right? Snails.
All
Didn't
right.
expect that.
They taste like garlic.
Do not get on a snail's bad side or its good side for that matter.
Ooh, website.
It is armed and dangerous. The weapon, a sharp-tipped sperm dart that is deployed from the backs of their eyes where they keep their genitals.
Oh, that's literally me.
Snails are, in fact, hermaphrodites who don't auto-impregnate. Instead, they seek a sexual partner also armed with this sort of dart gun and engage in dangerous eye sex, as if it was some sort of shootout, dodging bullets and also seeking to fill the other's uterus with a calcified, mucus-covered spike. That sounds like me every day.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. The idea of having your genitals in the back of your eyes.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me.
I think that I have no notes.
I have no notes on that. 14 out of 10.
14 out of 10, that's what I aspire to be
I
sexually.
aspire to have my genitals in the back of my eyes.
I do kind of want to know what snakes do, though.
Now I would love to talk about snakes since you brought it up.
Oh, I love that.
I actually have some info from this website, this very trusty, reliable website that I have no idea what it's called, about red-sided garter snakes.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a red-sided garter snake?
I haven't.
I haven't either, but I assume it looks like a snake.
I assume it looks like a sexy snake.
These snakes involve a disproportionate number of males literally piling upon a single female in a pheromone-soaked snake pit.
Same.
Sounds like a fraternity house to me. Am I right?
College snakes. That's our new show.
College snakes. A bunch of horny snakes in a big pheromone-soaked snake pit. The pheromones released by the female snake are actually what draw the snakes, each armed. All these animals are armed.
They're armed. I don't know why they have to be armed.
Each armed with a dual penis, which clamors to secure the female. That doesn't sound consensual.
No.
More curious still, there are transgender snakes.
Oh, I love that.
Who also release pheromones, claiming a pile of snakes for themselves. Get yours, transgender snakes.
I love that.
They're claiming a pile of snakes for themselves.
Listen, every snake should be able to claim a pile of snake for themselves.
I agree. It doesn't matter whether you're cisgender, transgender, whatever you are, claim a pile of snakes for yourself.
Yeah.
This is attributed to a possible desire for body heat and protection.
Yeah.
That's very progressive.
I love that.
I love snakes being able to identify as what they are.
Snakes like helping each other out with body heat.
Yeah, I love the idea of snakes working together, of snakes being recognized for who they truly are.
Yeah, I love that.
Listen, I'm going to give that a 40 out of 10.
Yeah, 40 out of 10.
40 out of 10 because snakes are very progressive, apparently.
I love that. Who knew?
Who knew?
Snakes, you're the full package.
Snakes, you've got it covered. What was your favorite animal on the list?
I relate the most to snails.
I relate the most to snails as well because I too keep my genitals in the back of my eyes.
I too keep my weaponized genitals in the backs of my eyes.
Who doesn't use their genitals as a weapon?
Oops.
I feel like I also love that pandas watch porn.
I love that.
Humans watch porn too.
Sometimes.
Yeah, do you?
I do. Do you?
I do sometimes.
Oh my god, I'm so glad no one we're related to is watching.
Another note, if you are related to us, goodbye.
Goodbye again.
If you're under 18.
Why did you make it this far?
If you're under 18, goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is a segment we like to call
We Have Notes.
Today's notes are on pornography.
Pornography.
Pornography. And if you have some notes on pornography,
you can always tweet us your notes, DM us your notes.
At Syd and Olivia.
Send us your notes.
Send us your notes. Send us what we missed.
Yeah, so I'll start with a really basic one, right?
Absolutely.
This is just basic. Mm-hmm. Why is it all incest content? Let's diversify.
Oh.
A very, not even a joke note, just an honest note.
Listen, I agree.
You say there's porn for everything. Okay, show us.
Show me porn that's not for two-step siblings.
Because if I see the word step one more time, I love my family. I have a great relationship with my family. I can't watch.
You don't want to
I can't watch that.
You don't want to kiss them.
I understand that some people love it, and I'm loving that for them. But for me, my note is, can we have some other options?
Yeah, like for example, maybe it's somebody you meet from school.
Or
you
a
guys,
family reunion.
You guys are no.
Trying to
Maybe it's
pitch
someone
any
you
other
meet.
worse thing.
You meet from school, you're friends for a while, you're friends first, then you're kind of like, what if we tried to be in more?
Or even two male men.
More sex between two male men.
More sex between two male men, less sex between relatives.
My note is, if someone gets stuck in a washing machine, under a cabinet, in a dog door, etc., don't fuck them. Call 911 to help them out. Get the fire department involved. That's what they're there for.
They are.
That's what the fire department is there for.
That and fires.
I just think it's crazy. It's not the first way I would think to get somebody out of a tight space.
Well, I guess this leads to my next one.
Oh, no.
All right, here's my next. This is actually it's 3 little jotted notes in one.
Sure.
All right. So, sorry. No European accents, no garbage disposals, and way less inhaling through your teeth. These are just some quick thoughts I had.
Okay.
To explain each. If you have a heavy European accent, I'm absolutely loving that for you. But
clearly you're not. It's on your note.
I will probably not watch a porn starring your voice.
Oh.
Because, I don't know, there's something about, like, hearing someone who sounds like they're going to be like, I'm Hansel.
Right.
Like, talking during sex that makes me go, like, no, I'm in a fairy tale cartoon.
You think they're from a storybook.
It's like it's not, there's no part, it turns me to sand.
Okay.
No garbage disposals. You're going to turn me to sand again. If your hand gets stuck in a garbage disposal, I can't do stuff to that because what if it turned on?
Okay.
That's all I'm thinking about.
I have never seen that.
I have.
Okay.
And
did you seek that out?
I definitely never suck out.
Sucks? I would say sought.
I never sought out garbage disposal anything.
Garbage
It's
disposal?
like stuck porn, but instead of being like, I'm stuck somewhere normal and believable, they're like, my hand is stuck in a garbage disposal.
I would say it's not really normal and believable to be stuck anywhere.
That's valid.
How often in your life have you gotten stuck?
I also, way less breathing through your teeth. A lot of this.
Yeah.
That's like hard for me.
Lots of breathing
That's
through your
hard.
teeth.
I think maybe we could do less of that. All right, those are my notes.
And that doesn't at all lead me to the next note, which is, warn me if a person is gonna pee on everyone.
I think that's a great note in general.
Just warn me.
I think that's great.
Put it in the title.
Put it in the title.
In the title, right? Spoiler. It's the sloppy, wet pee-pee section for me. And I'll be like, awesome, that's great for somebody else. I would not like it.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard when they just surprise.
It's a big surprise pee-pee, and I don't need it.
No.
I don't want to say this story to any blood relatives, so goodbye, blood relatives. Goodbye, under 18 people. I was once watching porn, as a young woman does. And that's the start of my tale.
Of your riddle.
I was once watching porn, as a young woman does. And it was, normal. People were doing stuff. Everyone was having a good time. And then a third party entered, and I went, oh, I didn't even know a third party was involved in this. It was a woman. She walked in. She looked everybody in the eye. She peed on someone and exited. And I was like, that's all she was paid to do?
I would take that job.
And I looked at the comments because I was like, all these comments have got to be mentioning this girl. And they all were. All the comments were like, was not expecting that third girl to come in and pee on everybody and then exit. And never reappear.
That was all in her contract.
But all the comments were like, was not expecting that, still a fan.
Needed a warning, needed a disclaimer.
And I'm kind of like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
No.
And could have just used in the title, like, hey guys, there's going to be a splash zone section in this show.
Yeah, even just like a little notification at some point during the porno.
A little like doorbell notification.
Ding
like,
dong,
ding
it's
dong.
time for urine.
It's time for the urine master to enter and pee-pee on everyone.
Honestly, a urine doorbell.
So that's what I would like to be implemented in porn. Urine notifications.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. And then
because if you're into it, then you know where to skip to.
Yeah, absolutely. I also have one last note.
Tell me.
And it's just that no one ever yells "spank my gutter." Can we change that?
Oh, I agree.
More people yelling "spank my gutter."
More people need to. Have you ever thought? And Olivia and I have been talking about this a lot lately, so it might seem random to you, but to me, it's not random at all. The term gutter, definitely could refer to your undercarriage.
Yeah.
And if you say "spank my gutter," it means something sexual.
And I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
But you do. But deep down.
We could find out if we saw it in porn.
There's your garbage in your gutter.
Yeah, your mouth is we've decided
Put this in my garbage.
We've decided.
Like, put this
all these
burrito.
people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Olivia and I have decided before this podcast that you can refer to your mouth as your garbage and your undercarriage as your gutter. So you can say, like, put that burrito in my garbage. Or you can say, like, put that tampon up my gutter.
Yeah.
This is where everybody exits out.
So yeah, if you... All right, so time for our next segment.
This is literally the time everyone exits out of this podcast and never talks to us again.
That's valid.
This is the part where my parents disown me.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. What are you going to do?
It happens.
I'm an adult, so what are you going to do? I already pay for everything myself.
There we go. Now, here's my question.
Ask me away.
Speaking of pornography being a lie...
Yeah.
Movies and TV, once again, are a big lie.
Yeah, also music.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what music, movie, or TV thing about sex makes you go like, that's not how it goes?
I honestly feel like one of the reasons that I have anxiety surrounding how other people talk about sex...
Right.
And, like, right now, this episode is literally the exact opposite of Call Her Daddy, right? Like, this episode is us being like, I feel anxiety.
Yeah.
I hear these rap songs, right?
Yeah.
Where, like, a rapper will be like, I made her so wet she creamed through her pants. All of her pants are cream now, or whatever. That's not a real song, but it could be. And I'm always like, oh, man, what if that person's so good at sex and I've never done that to anyone?
There's a lot of, like, fuck all night and all day and all night and for 72 hours straight.
Yeah, it's like, fuck me all night we fuck, and I'm like, no breaks at all.
I mean, they're
for
probably
all
are
night
breaks.
For all night you fuck? You don't even, like, take a break for water?
I'm sure there is a water break, but it's just not written.
You need water.
So that's unrealistic.
So unrealistic. And also, it's like, I'm sorry, that's a long time. Like, there would be some chafing going on. Like, you need to take a break.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to get a snack.
There needs to be snack breaks in everything, not just school.
There needs to be snack breaks, nap time in everything, including a night full of sex.
You're having sex with someone and then you're like, sorry, I have to take a nap break.
That sounds great to me. That sounds perfect to me. Hit me up if that sounds ideal to you and we'll get married. I just feel like there are times when it's okay to be like, you know what? I'm tired now. All night is a long time.
That's valid. There's a really good quote in the movie An Education where she's like smoking a cigarette. This is about a child who bangs an adult, which is not good.
Not ever a good thing.
But when I was a child, I was like, this is the movie for me to watch. And it was...
No.
The movie doesn't romanticize it in the second half of it, but regardless. She, like, has sex for the first time and she's like, man, so much poetry, so many songs written about something that takes such a small amount of time. And he's like...
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a really funny, like showing that this girl is naive. Yeah. But, like, also, like, just...
It's true. It's I think about it all the time. So many stories, so many movies, so many things written about this thing that you spend more of your time eating.
That's true. You do.
And there are no songs about eating.
Because you're not supposed to have sex 3 times a day. Or at least you're not told to.
No. That's, I mean, 3 times a day is a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm like, I've done that, but I've also done eating 3 times a day way more.
I eat way more than 3 times a day. I eat like 4, 5, 6 times a day.
The craziest sexual, like, what is even happening thing, and I know that people could probably guess this is coming, but fucking 50 Shades of Grey.
I know.
There's so many ways that they portray a BDSM relationship incorrectly, but the biggest, weirdest one to me is that she doesn't seem to like it ever.
Yeah, she doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a while, but I do remember her being like, oh, no, I really want to just be with this guy, and I guess I have to do this.
That is 100%. At least I've only, I think, seen the first movie or 2.
Yeah.
But at least for those 2, that's, like, how it is.
Yeah, that's not great.
And he's like, I don't want a relationship. I just want kinky, crazy sex. And she's like, I don't want kinky, crazy sex. I just want a relationship. But I guess I'll do the kinky, crazy sex because I want to be with you. And it's like, that's not how any sexual thing should be.
No, and then she signs a contract.
Contract, good.
Contract good,
as long as you read it. But yeah, just, like... They could have made her be like, I like this, but I'm nervous.
Right.
But she doesn't like it.
No, I
She's
don't
just
think
like,
she likes it.
okay, I guess.
Now-
and then he's like, awesome. And it's like, that is not, they're not sexually compatible.
Yeah, maybe they just like different kinds
They
of
like
sex.
different kinds of sex.
And that's okay.
That's so allowed. They just shouldn't
Sex with each other.
Be all up in each other's sexes.
I think that, like, it's very common for people to see things like that, movies and TV shows, and hear music where the songs are like, I make a woman cream through her pants. And I think it's normal for people to go, oh no, I guess I know nothing about sex.
Right.
And where do they resort to?
Reddit.
The internet.
Yep.
They resort to Reddit. They resort to the internet.
Here's a segment we like to call r/talk shit. Where we go on Reddit.
We went on Reddit and we looked up sex questions, and we're going to answer them because we have no right to.
Yeah, we have
We have no right to answer these, and so we're going to because that's what people do on the internet.
exactly. They answer things they're not qualified to answer, and so here we fucking go.
I want to start with a simple one.
Yeah.
This one is on r/sex, posted by u/adventurouscod4026.
All right.
Just want to come on female ass. Strange request, I know, but this turns me out. How do I find willing participant without freaking them out? Period.
Oh my god. Wow.
First of all, I think the phrase turns me out is my new favorite thing.
Yeah, turns me out is great.
Olivia, if you just wanted to come on a female ass, what would you do to find a willing participant?
I would probably go to the internet.
I would make a newsletter.
Yeah, I would go to the internet where I would make my newsletter.
I would make a newsletter of all the things you request, put a picture of yourself
put
on
up
there.
flyers.
Put up flyers around the neighborhood like for a lost dog and say, hello, I would like to come on a female ass. Are you the one?
Yeah, are you the one?
Why don't you do that, u/adventurouscod5062?
Okay, this one's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this was posted 6 hours from when I screenshotted it.
Amazing.
Hello, my 20 male, FWB, friends with benefits, partner 20 female, told me about her new fetish. She played with my feet, licked it, grinding pussy on it. Try stuck in anus. We also tried choke play with feet. Squeeze her nair between feet while hudge. It's fun for me, but I've never experienced it before. It's popular fetish play? Have you experienced that type of play?
My biggest question is, why is none of this in English? None of this seems to be in English.
It's written in internet, which is my favorite language.
It seems to be written in a bunch of typos, and therefore it makes me hard to, it's hard to understand. It makes me hard. It's hard to understand what they're asking.
Yeah.
What are they asking? Do you know? They're just asking, is it normal?
They're asking, I think, has anyone else ever done a foot fetish
I'm
before?
sure, yes.
Yes, people have, so that's
People
good.
do foot things all the time. That's like a big fetish.
That's a big thing.
That's a big one.
What do they say? They say, butt guys are liberal, boob guys are Republican,
Feet guys are libertarian. Sad that we both knew that. Okay, here's a good one. r/sex, posted by u/Britney feminist.
Okay, Brittany.
Can I give a hand job with nail polish in replacement of a blowjob? What is the general consensus on this? Is a blowjob that much more pleasurable? I can move my hand much faster than I can move my head, so...
So, okay.
There's a lot of attitude in this
So,
one.
hold on. Here's my question.
I like that she specified that her hand has nail polish on
Yeah,
it.
what is the nail polish? Is it dry or...
I think she's not using the nail polish as lubricant, I assume.
Right, I would hope not.
Well, I
because
hope
that
not.
would be really...
It would dry and be
That would
bad.
suck.
That would really fucking suck. I assume what she's saying is like, if my hand has nail polish on it and my hand is all cute, are they gonna...
if I have a cute little hand.
If I have a cute little hand with a cute little French
Do I
tip,
even need a face?
Do I even need a face? What if I'm just a hand?
I mean, I think what you're truly saying is that you don't really like to give blowjobs, and I think that's allowed, and you should find someone who is compatible with that.
What I'm gonna say is put out a newsletter.
Put out a newsletter.
And say, hi, my name is Brittany Feminist. This is my picture of my hand. This is the manicure I have currently.
Yeah.
Which of you want a hand job, not a blow job, from this tiny hand of mine?
Yeah.
You post that all over the neighborhood and see who takes.
Yeah, just post your hand. Okay, this one's great. STDs from hand jobs and anal penetration from mesis. So it took me a full day of looking at this word to realize it says masseuse.
Oh, masseuse.
I mean, it doesn't say masseuse, but that is what this person
Can
meant.
you say what it is with the word masseuse?
STDs from hand jobs and anal penetration from masseuse. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sound paranoid, but I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a good start.
I've had gonorrhea before, and the way my dick feels is exactly the same. Mm-hmm. It's got a burning on the tip, and my sex drive plummeted. Plus, it's hard to get hard.
Oh.
She also fingered my ass.
Okay.
And the next morning, I had explosive diarrhea.
Oh.
If I got HIV from this, I'm done. All right, well, that's
Oh, wow.
like a big, I don't know.
I feel like this should go to a medical professional.
Yeah, I don't love this guy HIV shaming.
I would say it's...
There's more.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately.
Continue.
I didn't even go for a happy ending, but it was so in the moment, I just accepted it because it felt good. The lady didn't use her saliva like I've read from others, but I strongly suspect she doesn't wash her hands. After I ejaculated, she cleaned me up and then pretty much immediately started massaging me. She also went back to get more lube while jerking me off, which in hindsight seems pretty obvious. I'm so fucked. That last part confused me because I don't really know what's obvious about.
I'm very confused, and the thing I'm most concerned about is the diarrhea.
Yeah.
I think he should probably just maybe eat something different. I feel like maybe he ate something bad and he just happened to get diarrhea.
Yeah. I would love the power to give someone diarrhea.
I don't even think she gave it to him. I think he just ate something bad and got diarrhea.
If she's watching this right now, girl, I think you gave it to him, and I think that's powerful.
I don't know what happened, and I'm still confused. Our sex posted by you, a boopy. This person's username is a boopy. Okay, you ready? Hitting boobs during sex.
All right.
I, female, have been dating a guy, male, and having sex with him. We're into spanking during sex, and I always tell him he can do it harder, which I think he's finally wrapping his brain around without being concerned he'll hurt me.
Ooh.
Well, recently, he decided to mix it up in the moment and start slapping/hitting my boobs during sex. It didn't hurt or anything, but I was so caught off guard that he was randomly smacking my tits that I couldn't help but start cracking up. Is this a thing? I'm just imagining some guy starting to slap a woman's boobs during sex like it's a sport. And that would make me laugh too.
I'm picturing it like there's a fly on him and he's like I'm picturing it more spastically.
Okay, I'm picturing it as it has a rhythm and it's like playing drums.
Yeah.
And that to me is very silly.
I mean, hell yeah to all of this unless you dislike it, in which case do not do it.
I'm going to say if you...
I mean, I've never invited anyone to slap my boobs.
I think if you love it when your boobies feel like a big drum kit,
you gotta go for it.
Absolutely go for it.
Kate, this one is so weird, okay?
Tell me.
I hate having sex with my partner.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, here's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has a great ass and legs, but I can't stand her old lady glasses and am constantly reminded she could do better.
What is happening here?
But she doesn't want that. This has been grounds for breaking things up with her on multiple occasions. She has a negative attitude and also cries often.
Oh my God.
Anytime I try to get her to do something hard, she cries and screams at me.
Is this during sex?
I don't know. She hates anal. Not just doesn't do anal, hates anal. I don't know how to speak reason to her or if I should let her be and take it easy because she is quote unquote sensitive. Any ideas are appreciated because this dragging on has been causing real problems for me in our relationship, and I can only focus on how many opportunities she has missed by carrying herself like this. Thanks.
I'm going to go, that's not a good person.
I'm going to go with the person who wrote this needs to go to the hospital right now.
This person needs absolute help.
They need it. There's nothing wrong with this girl with her old lady glasses and her beautiful ass.
And her beautiful legs.
Set her free and go to the hospital.
You need to go to a medical professional. Now we move on. Our sex posted by you/Void Rainer. Now this one's good.
Okay.
How do you deal with MILFs talking dirty to you at work?
Oh, a classic problem.
56 upvotes. At work, there are some older women, very good looking actually, that have fun talking dirty to me. I'm about 15 to 20 years younger than them.
Oh my God, I'm so glad it wasn't I'm about 15 to 20.
Oh, I know. I know they do it for fun, but it makes me horny every time. It's not a problem. I can handle it. I'm just wondering how I can shut them down so I can focus on my job. Don't want to be mean to them. They're my colleagues after all. That was a reveal that these people are his coworkers.
Yeah.
I thought the whole time that he works at like a movie theater or something. A swarm of middle-aged women.
A swarm of MILFs
come in and go like, we want to watch Jurassic Park, sexy baby.
Yeah.
And then this was revealed that
these are actually his coworkers.
He works in a factory of MILFs.
This is not ideal.
Oh my God, this is so ideal.
Well, it's so ideal to work in a factory of MILFs, but it's
so
not
ideal
to ask Reddit, like, how do I get my coworkers to stop sexualizing me?
This question sounds very much like a guy trying to prove to his friends that he's cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a humble brag.
It does, because the whole time he's going like, I don't mind it.
Yeah,
In
he's like,
fact, I welcome it.
He also didn't say it makes him uncomfortable.
No, he said it makes him horny.
I just want to do my work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Find a work horny balance, guy. That's all I'll say.
I want to say, where do you work and how do I apply for a job there?
Yeah, that's true, right?
I want to be surrounded by sexy old women. I don't care.
think that's 100%
That sounds awesome.
I think that's what's up next.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, I really like this question.
Sure.
All right? Posted by Blame It On Me 93. What's your point, men?
Oh, is that it?
I have a question for men.
Oh, I think it can stop there.
Yeah, I just kind of... And I'd also like to know women's opinions on this matter. Why do men insist on sending dick pics? Like, when a woman hasn't asked for any or even insinuated she'd like to receive one, why do men want to send them? Is there any women out there that actually like receiving nudes from men? I personally don't see the point in a man sending me a nude. It's not going to get me off the way a woman's nude gets a man off.
Interesting.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I like the beginning of just what's your point, men.
I love it. It's great.
I would say it depends on the man and it depends on the nude and it depends on how you know them and how you feel about them.
I feel like if a nude is welcomed, then it's always welcomed, and if it's not welcomed, then it's not welcomed.
Exactly. I think sending an unprompted dick pic is always probably a bad idea.
It's probably not a good idea to send something out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If your partner has previously expressed to you of like, oh, I love when you send me like a dick pic
absolutely.
out of
Or
nowhere
like,
when I'm at work, then like, hell yeah.
Yeah, then absolutely. But if you don't know the person,
that's a weird one.
or if you don't know them well,
weird one.
then we don't.
I wouldn't send a dick pic to a random number.
No, I wouldn't. So what's your point, men?
So what's your point, man?
I love Reddit.
This was such a horny episode.
It's so funny because now you have absolute proof that both Syd and I have definitely had sex before.
We've done it before, and we have had suitors.
We have suitors. We have our bodies. We've done it. So that's amazing for us.
People have asked us for sex, and we've done it before.
So
stop writing us letters in the mail saying we've never had sex.
Stop calling my house in the middle of the night and say, you two virgins need to get sex.
We're not virgins. We know how it works, and we've seen it before.
And if you're my parents, you can start watching again starting now.
And if you're my parents, I've never had sex.
No.
And if you have a really good sex fact that you'd like to tell us, you can tweet us.
Yeah, or if you have any sex questions you want us to answer with our genius expert brains.
You can tweet us at Syd and Olivia. You can
DM us on Instagram
at Syd and Olivia.
You can follow us on TikTok and
at Syd and Olivia.
Comment in our videos, inappropriate things.
And until next time, go home and have a lot of sweet, sexy thoughts.
Have sex that lasts the whole night. Don't take a water break.
No breaks, no water breaks. No breaks.
And I've been Olivia.
I've been Syd.
And thank you for watching Syd and Olivia Talk Shit.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.